I got some solderless breadboards the other day. I got them cheap from some online supplier. They must have come direct from China, I think. This is the smaller of the two sizes that I got, and this one's fine. This one is exactly as I'd expect it to be. It's numbered along here. This is row number 1, and along here to row number 30, and numbered all the way down this side as well, 1 to 30, and then going the other way the holes are numbered A to E, and then on this side F to J. So that makes sense. You can identify a particular hole in the breadboard. Let's just pick one out. That's 14 on that column of holes there, and then that row there is D. So that would be 14D. And there's completely unambiguous identification of rows and columns on the breadboard. That's what you'd expect, right? Well, have a look at this one. It's a bit bigger. This breadboard, it's got some weirdness. Over here, look, this is column 0. Well, is it that one or that one that's 0? Well, it's kind of in the middle, isn't it? The 5 is actually quite clear, so we can work it out from there. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so that's column 0. This is column -1 over here. This is clearly a breadboard that's signed. It has a column -1. So that's -1A. There it is in the corner there. -1B, -1E, -1F, -1J. Wait a minute, but down here it's marked upside down. It says 60. What's that doing there? It's lined up with the hole, but it says 60. So this isn't column 0 here at all, it's column 60. That's peculiar. Let's try the rows. Row A across the top here, and you can see the numbering goes all the way up to the other end of the board, and that's row, oh dear, that's row J, not A at all. And there's column 60, and follow it down. Column 60 goes down to, oh, we're back at 0 again. And so what they've done, they've actually labelled this rotationally, so it's got rotational symmetry. If I look at that 60 there and I turn the thing upside down, there's the 60 again. Well, that isn't how you're supposed to number breadboards. They're not meant to be rotationally symmetrical. If I look at this one with 1 here and A, and I rotate it like that, I'm now at 30J, which is what I should have. So if you happen to buy breadboards from online suppliers, do check the numbering of these things, because they can be a little bit peculiar. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. I mean, the only reason you might even look at the numbers is if you're trying to follow a pre-designed breadboard layout from an article in a magazine or from a website, and you're following their hole numbering. Yeah, you might get into a bit of a pickle here, because they may have assumed that all of the columns number all the way up, all the way along, and they don't kind of go back the other way at the bottom here. The other thing that might confuse people is if you used one of those printed circuit boards that you can buy that emulate a breadboard in its layout, so you can take a breadboarded layout and take the parts off and solder them down to a semi-permanent printed circuit board. Well, if those numbered holes in the printed circuit board go the right way and start at 1 rather than -1 and are numbered all the way along linearly, yeah, the numbering of the printed circuit board might be different from the breadboard. So as I say, if you're buying these things from China, they're very cheap and they work perfectly well, but the numbering's a bit weird, isn't it?